Good morning, Fort Worth. It is 3 February on this Monday. You got the Fort Worth Roots Morning Show. We run this Monday through Thursday. Releases at 8 a.m. on all streaming services. You just type in Fort Worth Roots wherever you listen to music. There's also videos associated with these on YouTube. I got Fort Worth Matt with me today. Good morning, Matt.
Good morning, sir.
We got our first segment up for you is weather. We got some other stuff to cover, some call-ins, and a little bit of information about upcoming events. Make sure you join us Thursday as we cover all the events that are going to be happening over the weekend. That's our big one. And if you have an event, you can always leave us an audio clip on our email at media@fortworthroots.com, and we will play it on the show. What's the catch? Matt, what's the catch, man?
There's no catch.
There's no catch.
No catch at all.
We just want to hear from you. We want to help promote your event. That's what the show's all about. All right, let's get into the weather. Today is going to be 83 degrees for a high, 59 for a low. Let's see, no precipitation, right? Yep, nope. Tuesday, 66 for a high, 57 for a low. Wednesday, 78, 63 for a low. Thursday, 75 for a high, 55 for a low. Friday, 80, 65 for a low. Saturday, 81, 43 for a low. And then Sunday, 54 and 38 for a low. No chance of rain, it doesn't really look like. A little 16% here, 7% there. I don't think there's anything to worry about, but check with us tomorrow because we will keep you up to date. What'd you get into this weekend, Matt?
Just a lot of work.
A lot of work?
A lot of work.
Tell them what your company name is, sir.
K&L Coffee. You can go to knlcoffee.com for that.
Excellent. Move that mic just a little bit closer to your face hole there. All right. Our next segment is This Day in History. 1959, Buddy Holly and 3 others die in an Iowa plane crash. Rock and roll star Buddy Holly, 22, perishes along... I did not know he was that young. Holy crap. Perishes along with fellow hit makers Richie Valens, J.P. Big Bopper Richardson, and their pilot when the Beechcraft plane goes down in a storm shortly after takeoff. This Day in History, 1964, 500,000 students boycott segregated NYC schools. Nearly 465,000 New York City public school students skipped class to protest the dismal state of inner city schools, which largely serve black and Hispanic families, forced by redlining into overcrowded districts. Though marches in the Deep South and the nation's capital will overshadow it, Freedom Day sets a record as the largest civil rights demonstration of the 1960s. This day in 2008, Giants used their head to win Super Bowl, whatever that is, XLII. What's the L?
I don't know. I can't remember all the Rockies. Trying to remember
Giants quarterback Eli Manning breaks away from defenders and passes to David Tyree, who holds the ball against his helmet to make an amazing catch in the final 2 minutes of Super Bowl XL11. Whatever. The Giants score the game-winning touchdown on the drive, upsetting the undefeated Patriots 17-14. All right, this day in history, 2014, Janet Yellen is first woman to head the Federal Reserve. Federal Reserve Vice Chair Janet Yellen. Okay, I don't know. Does anybody care about that? Moving on. Let's get into our Fort Worth news stories. Before we do that, I've got a call in from a buddy of ours that has a monthly gig. If I can find it, where did it go? It has disappeared. There it is. Okay, Greg with Movie Mutant.
Hey, this Wednesday is Weird Wednesday at Southside Preservation Hall. Doors open at 5 p.m. for a night market featuring over 40 vendors selling everything from vinyl records to handmade goods. The big show starts at 8 p.m. Step into the chapel for a secret screening of a rated R romantic comedy. We've got food vendors on site, including popcorn and candy, plus it's BYOB and the parking's free. Visit fwcinema.org to get more information and RSVP for Weird Wednesday.
Thank you, Greg. I bugged him. I knew it was coming up, and I was like, hey, man, send me another one of those promos you do, because he's so good at it. Sounds great. Good job there, Greg. Y'all go check that out. Southside Preservation Hall is at 501c3. So much history in that building, and we want to see it succeed. It does need support. If people don't start using that space, that's one of those buildings that will eventually get torn down, and probably a bunch of out-of-state apartment complexes will move in. And anyway, we don't want that. Nobody wants that. All right. Thanks again, Greg. We've got another. I wanted to play this for you. Last week, we put this on every Tuesday out at McFly's Pub. You guys can come be part of the fun as we do a live recording in front of a studio audience, and we have a mic set up so that you guys can jump in and be part of the show. You can ask questions to our guest, but then more importantly, after we're done with the interview, you guys get to plug whatever you got going on. You got a business, a side gig, if you're a musician with a gig coming up or whatever. The mic's open to you, and we play it on that week's show. All right, let's see if I can do this right. First take. This is from the mayor of River Oaks, talking about last week's show.
Drew, this is your friend Darren calling from River Oaks, Texas. Just wanted to give a shout out. Went to see McGrath at McFly's, and they did an excellent show. That's a great group. I recommend everybody go see them. Go find them.
And we do something different every week, and you guys are welcome to come out. Fort Worth Roots buys your third drink. We have cash prize giveaways. And what was the other thing? I always forget there's another thing. I guess the audience microphone. Anyway, it's rad. You come check it out. It's Tuesdays at McFly's Pub, and that happens from 5 to 7. Next week, we've got a veteran organization supporting wounded veterans called Brothers Keepers. And I guess the creator of that organization is going to be with us next Tuesday, tomorrow, to talk about that organization. All right, here we go. Fort Worth Star-Telegram. This story is by Bud Kennedy. Let's see here. Mashed, a 10-year anchor restaurant in the Artisan Circle shops of West 7th Street, has closed. A spokeswoman from the landlord confirmed. The restaurant over on Crockett Street was founded in Frisco by the operators of True Fire Restaurants and expanded into Fort Worth and San Antonio. The San Antonio one remains open. Mashed was particularly known for brunch dishes such as morning after migas and for a bar menu that originally included moonshine cocktails. I remember those. Mashed survived a business downturn in Artisan Circle, but closes just after traffic has picked up with the reopening of Terra Mediterranean. I'm so glad they're back. The opening of La Cabrona Grill and Sunday Brunch Buffet, and the opening of a new Terry Black's Barbecue across West 7th. And that's the story. Yep. Sorry to see that one go. I always thought they were pretty all right. I haven't been there in at least a couple years. So.
Yeah.
All right. Onward. NBC DFW. The story is by Frank Hines. A man is dead after police say he reportedly shot at police and SWAT officers Thursday night. Fort Worth police said they were called to assist with a standoff after Lake Worth police pursued a driver who fired on police officers during a traffic stop. According to Lake Worth Chief of Police, JT, not going to try it. Police officers with the department's Special Operations Unit stopped a driver for a moving violation at about 4:30 p.m. and moments after stopping, he began shooting at officers. JT said the driver took off and crashed into the backyard of a home near Sampson Park. Jeez, that's right down the street. The driver continued trying to get away from the police and continued driving into Fort Worth, where he stopped at a house on the 1700 block of Skyline Drive. That's all down the street from the studio.
Yeah, it is.
Officials said the man ran inside the home, but because they were unaware of who else may be inside, Lake Worth police set up a perimeter and called Fort Worth to assist in negotiations with the barricaded man. Fort Worth police said their crisis intervention team and SWAT officers were sent to the home to help negotiate the man's surrender. During a standoff, a woman left the home. JT said they believe the woman was the man's mother. The story reads on at NBCDFW.com. All right, let's get into something a little lighter. This is a news story that Fort Worth Matt brought to my attention last night, and it's hilarious. Even if you're not a sports fan, listen to how worked up this guy got. Dallas Maverick fans made a trip to the American Airlines Center to protest Luka being traded. Mav fans left signs and jerseys and more for Luka on the steps of the AAC. The next Mavericks home game is February 8th against the Houston Rockets. All right, let's listen to this outrage.
I've been a Mavs my whole entire life since I've been a baby. This is the worst moment in the history of my life. This is ridiculous. This is crazy, man. We went to the NBA Finals. Why are we trading the best player, the franchise player? How are we trading the franchise player? We went to the NBA Finals. He's supposed to have a statue. Hell yeah. He's supposed to have a statue. Dirk got a statue right there. It's supposed to be Luka right there. Why we don't got a statue for Luca?
All right, that's enough of that. But my goodness, and that's why we don't talk politics or sports on here, because too many people identify their own personality with those things, and so I just I ignore it largely. What do you think about that, Matt?
I am not the biggest basketball fan, but it just seems like a really silly idea.
To get that worked up?
Not just to get that worked up, but to trade the best player you have.
I mean, I'm sure they had their reasons, and I'm sure I don't care. All right, next story. 2 seats on Tarrant Water District Board are wide open as incumbents step away. I almost passed over this story, but I saw that one of the people that have been on the show a couple of times already is listed in this article, and I'll highlight her in just a minute. Story is by Nicole Lopez, and this is from FortWorthReport.org. Tarrant Regional Water District Board members James Hill and Mary Keller will not file for re-election, leaving 2 out of the 3 seats up for election open. Board president and incumbent Leah King, that's the friend of ours that's been on the show twice. She's also, I think, the president, don't quote me on this, of JPS. She's involved with them heavily. I believe it is president, CEO, or something like that. And we'd love to have her back on the show. Intends to pursue another term on the board, but has not officially filed yet. She confirmed to the report the board has 5 seats. Incumbent CB Team and Paxton Motherell were elected in 23 and will not be up for re-election until 2027. Okie dokie. Read on at the FortWorthReport.org. And again, that story was by Nicole Lopez. All right. There were some bad stories there. So we wanted to give you something good this morning. What went right last week? The good news that matters. This is on positive.news. Okie dokie. Scotland's Rewilders blazed a trail. A community-led rewilding site in Scotland has seen a near doubling of its native woodlands over the past 30 years, a feat achieved simply by removing sheep and deer. Dadgum sheep.
Mm-hmm.
So that's good. Also, meanwhile, in England, getting a new rainforest. A new rainforest is taking shape in England, where volunteers have spent the winter transforming a barren field once used for grazing into a fledgling woodland. I wonder if they cite sheep as their problem too. Around 2,500 saplings have been planted at Bowden Pillars near the Devon Market. None of us know where those places are, I'm sure. 4,500 native trees due to something the winter. All right. These are not from around here. These are all UK stories, but still good. Hundreds of UK firms embraced a 4-day week. It was once brushed off as an utopian thinking, but this week, the 4-day week became a reality for thousands more UK employees as 200 firms committed to a shorter working week with no loss of pay for staff. What do you think about that? You think we should do a 4-day work week?
It depends on the person.
Depends on the person. No, this is organizations.
Yeah,
this is a societal shift.
Yeah.
Do you think we should all do it?
Yes.
Okay.
Honestly.
I think it'd be, you get a 3-day, 3 days of rest every week. That'd be great.
Yeah.
I think probably help with a lot, stress and whatnot. But you know what Americans would do? We'll just go get a 3rd job.
Exactly.
We've already got a 2nd job. We'll go get a 3rd one.
Yeah, you got plenty of time for it now.
SpaceX launching 21 Starlink satellites from Florida on February 3rd. This is MSN.com, and the story is by Mike Wall. SpaceX is set to launch another batch of Starlink satellites to orbit from Florida's Space Coast early Monday morning. That's today. A Falcon 9 rocket carrying 21 Starlink spacecraft, including 13 with direct-to-cell capability, is scheduled to lift off from Cape Canaveral Space Force Station Monday during a 4-hour window that opens at 7:54 a.m. Seems like they would have updated this because that has already happened. Hope it went well. All right. That's it, man. That's all the stories we got. Let's talk about... Oh, go ahead.
I think they have a deal going on with Apple.
That would not surprise me.
Like, they're trying to make it to where you can have cell signal almost anywhere you are.
Yeah.
With the Starlink stuff.
Boy, if Apple does that, I might have to think about switching to the dark side with all you Apple people.
Yes.
I'm an Android guy, so...
Okay.
Tell us a little bit about your business, brother. I know you talked about it last time you were on, but we've slept since then.
Yeah. No joke. We've had a few coffees since then, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it's K&L Coffee. We're a small batch, local roasted coffee company. It's only online currently. Hopefully, in the next few years, we'll have a actual coffee shop. I started it from a thought process to give my niece and nephew a job later on.
Yeah.
That's actually what it's named after. It's K&L as their names.
Okay.
It just something to give back to my family. You know?
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. And he was nice enough to give us 2 bags, 2 different blends that I took to the house. But we've got a process at our house, and we didn't want to bust open a bag until we finished the one we were working on. So that will be happening this week. I'll be able to try out your coffee, and I'll give you my honest, sincere opinion next time I see you.
No, please do. I want to hear it.
Absolutely.
You of all people are definitely a coffee drinker.
Yeah, I go through at least a pot of coffee every morning.
Yeah.
At minimum.
That's a lot of coffee. I appreciate that.
Guys, we record this episode Monday through Thursday to release to you at 8 a.m. Monday through Thursday here at Hoppin, which is right down the street from Doc's Records. If y'all haven't come to check this place out yet, you're missing something special. 58 taps on the wall, THC seltzers, wine, craft beer, and it only charges you for what you pour. So if you want to get a little bit adventurous, try something that maybe if you were at a bar, you wouldn't order a full one. But here you can just pour out an ounce or 2, try it, see if you like it. If not, move on down the wall. They do not serve food here, which means bring whatever you want. Have yourself a little picnic, bring it in a basket, or you can just order Grubhub or Uber Eats, whatever you want. There's also some really good food options in the area. M&O Grill is right down the street here. You can swing in there, pick up your food to go, and then come on down here and have fun with us at Hoppin. Events coming up here at Hoppin that I want to tell you about. I got this big banner behind me if you guys are watching the video. It's called the Funky Town Side Saddle. We got Bailey Rhodes, April and Smith, Calamity Janes, Late to the Station, September Moon, Kendi Jean, and the Velvet Smoke Show. That's all going down February 8th at 4:30, and it is going to be $20 at the door. So all that money goes to the artists. They're not going. That money doesn't go to Hoppin. It doesn't go to Fort Worth Roots. It goes straight back to the artist. Love for you guys to come check this out. We were going for an all-female lineup, and there's some boys in the band, but this is all about the ladies. So come on out and show your support. That's February 8th. And then February 14th, Valentine's Day, we've got the Fort Worth Dating Show. It's just like the 1970s version of the dating show, but we're going to do it Fort Worth style, and we're going to get dressed up for you. We're going to have some live contestants, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Right before that kicks off, we're going to have a singles meet-up, and that all starts at 6:30, and then the show will start at 7:30. That's with Michelle over at the Body Scrubbery, located over on Pennsylvania Avenue, and their tagline is "Don't cheat yourself, treat yourself." They do spa days, facials, body scrubs, all the stuff that you need, and massages. And we'd love for you to support them because they make this show possible. Also, I saw this morning. This Sunday, or is it this Sunday, February 9th? Is that right?
Yeah.
7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, so this Sunday at Hoppin, beer and chocolate pairing, $25 per person, Sunday, February 9th, available starting at 2 p.m. There's a limited supply, and it's looking good. Shout out to whoever made these banners. They're awesome. Mm-hmm. All right, folks, that's it for today. Matt, you got anything before we get out of here?
I do not.
All right, and like I said, we're doing this guy for you guys, specifically just to connect the community with what's going on in our area. So if you've got anything that you need to tell us about, a PSA, an upcoming event, a book release, a new album dropping, whatever, man, just leave us a voicemail. Or I'm going to stop saying that. I'm going to stop telling you guys to leave us a voicemail. It sounds so much better whenever you take a recording on your phone and just email it to us. That's media@fortworthroots.com, and we will be happy to get that out to the public. And then Thursdays, did I repeat myself?
I don't know.
Thursdays.
I don't think you did.
Thursdays is whenever we talk about all the events that we can find online through Fort Worth Report. We go to their event calendar and see what's happening in the area. We also go through Facebook Marketplace, or not Marketplace, but Facebook events, and check through that and see what's going on there. So, and come see me Tuesdays. The morning show is its own thing, but we also do long, full recordings, and you guys can sit in on that this Tuesday at McFly's. No cover. Starts at 5 o'clock. We'd love to see you there and have some fun with us. And again, if you are a business owner, you got a gig coming up, you can always get on that audience microphone and plug whatever you got coming up. Okay, I've repeated myself at least 3 times today. Thank y'all so much for listening to this episode. We hope that as you move through today, you choose love and gratitude every chance you get. Till tomorrow, folks. Good day.
In the morning, oh Lord, oh Lord. Great day in the morning, great day in the morning.